and welcome back to the Pretty Little Podcast. We're your hosts.
My name is Phoebe.
And my name is Caroline. And today we're going to be talking about all things pop culture, including the always historic, always iconic MTV VMAs. I watched them with Kelly this time. And she said, okay, and what does the V stand for?
No way.
And I was like, okay, so it's Video Music Awards. And she goes, okay, and what does MTV stand for? I was like, music television. She was like, oh, I guess that makes sense. I was like, but it's okay because honestly, it doesn't anymore. Like,
this is actually a perfect lead in to like my biggest takeaway from the whole night, which is like there are worlds out there that I have no clue about.
Were some of them displayed to you on the VMAs?
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I also think this is another working theory that I have about the VMAs and why they don't work the way that they used to, the way that they felt like they did as we were growing up. And I think when you look back on however long it's been since they've been on, it's like
1984.
Monoculture does. Wait, I thought I heard 1994. I was like, that can't
84,
be right.
84. Where Madonna performed Like a Virgin, and she had a little bit of like a malfunction with her something on stage, so she just pretended to touch herself instead on television. So like the VMAs have always been what they are. Just for anyone who was like offended by Miley or offended by Britney and Madonna, like anything, just so you know, the first ever that happened on stage. Okay, go on.
But we don't have monoculture anymore, which we've talked about a lot on the podcast, but like we don't have. Alex Warren had the biggest song of the summer, and I didn't hear it until the VMAs. So like,
you didn't hear that?
Well, I mean,
song?
I had heard it like on TikTok, but I had never listened to it in its entirety.
Yeah.
Like I didn't. In a somber, I've never listened to a somber song in my life.
No, me neither.
So like, there are these things where it's like it used to be, even if you were still into like the underground. Number one with VMAs, like Nirvana would have been like a counterculture movement, but they still were recognized because even the underground movements were its own monoculture. And like now it's just you can find your niche of things that you want to listen to, and there are people that are never going to know about it, and vice versa. And it's like, I mean, it's the same way I feel like people. I live in Nashville, so I don't have the same shock, but I see the shock on Twitter of like every time Morgan Wallen releases an album and it goes number one.
I know.
Everybody's like, wait, but I don't listen to Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but this
whole other. What do they call it? What do they call it? The silent majority.
But it's just like.
Same audience, by the way.
Yeah. But like anything like people forget. It used to be more unavoidable, I feel like, that like there was country music that was successful, or like now you can really insulate yourself.
Well, here's what's funny. Here's a good take for you, like a good way to look at it, because Kelly was like, oh, I'm so sick of all of these songs because she only listens to the radio.
Yeah.
So like that's all she has heard. Like she's heard the Alex Warren song a zillion times, and she was like, God, I'm so sick of these songs. They're all I hear. Like, I like have heard one time. You know what I mean?
Hear that at the
but
gym,
I've also
but
made a choice not to hear that song, just because Bruno Mars, there's something about him. I'm just like, keep him away from me. I don't know. Same way.
I did not know that. I
didn't really know it either. I used to think he was like Uptown Funk. I was huge fan. Obviously, Marry You. He had his moment. But like since then, I just feel like in every single
Caroline's like he had his moment.
He had his moment.
With that one thing. With that one song, I guess.
No, but he had a big moment. You know what I mean? Where like during Glee era, it was like Bruno Mars was like, and everyone was like, he's the next Michael Jackson, and he was just like so talented. And honestly, we were really missing the type of like R&B performer who could also dance like Chris Brown, and we couldn't have him anymore. You know what I mean? And well, most of us couldn't have him anymore.
No one should be.
No one should be having him anymore, but just saying. But that's another example of this. It's like all these people, how the fuck is Chris Brown selling out concerts? You know what I mean? Like
stadiums.
How are
He's
there
selling out
this many
stadiums.
people who are listening to him? And so it's like, I think it's similar to politics, or people just aren't talking about it if it's not like what they know is a popular opinion, or if they don't think the audience that they are with is like on the same page.
I mean, that's part of what I'm saying, but I also think there's a less. I'm also just looking at it in the way of like the Kellys of the world. Like Morgan Wallen might have been, that made it seem like I was getting at a different thing.
That's the other thing is she's heard I haven't heard a Morgan Wallen song, you know, and like
so I just think that like it used to be before the internet really like algorithms really got as intense as they are. There was still like if you were online, there was still like the Justin Biebers and the One Directions and
are there not still? Or are we just aged out of it? You know what I mean?
No. But then look at the VMAs, and that's what I mean. It's like, because we had this conversation about how I saw that one video of a girl who I think works in sociology somehow, but she was discussing like how tween culture doesn't exist anymore the way it did when we were kids. Like there's not a target for them anymore. As soon as you become a tween, you're now being fed adult content. Yeah. And so I don't think it is the same of like there's not content being made for them. So I think what I'm saying is just that like the internet used to feel like one big town square, and now it feels like a bunch of different silos. And I think that is affecting why the VMAs doesn't quite work anymore.
So, okay, I agree with
it doesn't work the same way.
Yeah, because I have to say, this year's VMAs was the most successful VMAs they've ever had. You know, so like, that's crazy. I didn't feel that when I watched it. I was like, how are we gonna go from having Megan Thee Stallion hosting last year to LL Cool J hosting this year? Like, and we think it's gonna bring in the same type of audience. Like, it isn't, and yet I think it was like.
What did it air on last year, though?
Higher than it was last year.
Because this is the first year it aired on CBS, which makes me think it was one of that. I think it being on one of the main cable channels may also affect that. And being around the time of it's the opening weekend of the NFL, so people were already on CBS watching football.
Just interesting. I don't know. I definitely agree with what you're saying, though. It's hard to find the monoculture, but at the same time I do feel like there is always monoculture. There's always going to be the Lady Gaga, you know, there's always going to be the Taylor Swift, who obviously Taylor wasn't there, but like the Ariana, you know, who becomes the monoculture in the way that I feel we used to see One Direction, you know what I mean? Like I think it just, but it's also skewing a lot younger. Like I will say, the K-pop Demon Hunters girls. I mean, I have to sit down and watch this fucking movie.
I hear discussed on like music criticism podcasts for the last couple of weeks. Multiple people have brought it up. Like, this is the song of the summer. That's another thing that feeds into what I was saying is like the song of the summer being Ordinary by Alex Warren is crazy. Because I think that is proof that
it's music made for moms. It's music made for moms and grocery stores. Yeah.
It's proof we didn't have a song of the summer, in my opinion. That's not
we didn't.
And it's sad that we're kind of losing that. Like I said, we had Espresso last year.
Such a strong one last year. I feel like we were going to have one because here's what I will say. The desire for the song for the summer has not gone away. You know what I mean? And I think with the absence of it this year, there was so much discourse online of people being like, what's the song of the summer going to be? When is it going to come out? So I feel like next year, marketing teams and artists are going to be like, okay, we need to get our songs for the summer and for fucking April, you know, so that people can start wrapping their heads around it because we didn't have one last year and it was missed, you know? So I also feel like with this return to nostalgia we're having as like a community, as the world, whatever little niche you're in, there's a return to within that nostalgia. And I think that could really help people like us who want a good old-fashioned VMAs. You know what I mean?
I do agree with that, but I think my worry is just like, I think we've opened Pandora's box on the internet, and I don't think we can.
Well, that's for sure.
But I just don't know. But I mean, just in terms of this conversation, I don't know if we can get that back. Really.
Maybe this is doomsday talk. Like, what are you trying to do here? What are you trying to do here on this podcast today? Are you trying to actually be a fearmonger? Admit it.
You know, I'm just a truth teller. I'm just an absolute truth teller. I tell it like I see it. And that is that I think we're going to keep having silos of people who listen to all these different people. And it's just, I don't think we're ever going to feel quite the same way. We haven't had, I mean, I guess Espresso, that felt like a moment. But
that was a huge moment. Chapel.
Yeah, but that's another thing. I don't know. Good Luck Babe did really well, but I don't think it was a we're missing a little bit more of the like just commercial hits, and I just think Chapel is doing what Lady Gaga did. I need to flush this out a little bit more in my brain. I need to think about it some more.
Well, I mean, I do think you're right. I think as Las Culturistas spoke about Man's Best Friend, where are the hits, and not in a negative way. Like, they're going to be hits because they're Sabrina Carpenter songs and people love her. However, there isn't an espresso, you know? She went more on this album into the land of I would kind of want to play around in different styles and do what I want to do. And I'm not trying to be Song of the Summer as much. Like, of course, it would be great, and that's in her bones. She's going to want that. But, like, this album wasn't created for that, you know?
Right.
And I think because of that, it's like, I feel like we've had a few albums in a row from different artists that were like that, where we aren't getting that hit, or the hits are coming from people like Alex Warren, music made for moms and grocery stores, and it's just not coming across our desks. Because I'm sorry, he occupies the same space to me as like Benson Boone.
Who, by the way, hey Benson.
Oh my God, what?
Let's start writing some new kinds of stuff. Because have you seen his covers?
No.
Caroline, he is extraordinarily talented.
Oh, I 100% believe that and agree with you.
No, watch the covers, because it's showing that, like, if he was making different kinds of music, he wouldn't be getting the reaction that he's getting. At all.
I feel like it's his personality. Don't you think?
I don't know. I think
Sorry,
a lot of
Benny.
it is
It's
just
actually your personality that we hate.
I think I just don't like the music. I don't know anything about him as a person.
Well, you know that he backflips every chance he gets, and you know that we both. Okay, don't start this right now, because you also roll your eyes about him with me, because Mom's like obsessed fangirl number one for Benny Boone.
But for me, it's the music
and how he's trying to be Harry Styles.
Yeah, I don't like his jumpsuits either.
So, like,
but I think
you don't
to me
like
that
his personality.
No, but I don't. That's not his personality to me.
Do you like his mustache? Everything he wants me to know about his personality, I don't like.
I want him to be a 2000s Coldplay. That's what he needs to do.
Okay, well, hey, Benny.
No, like early 2000s.
You heard it here first.
Early
Phoebe
2000s.
wants you to be an early 2000s Coldplay.
That's my idea for him. He's
Make
amazing.
it happen.
He's really good.
No, I can tell that he, as a vocalist, is brilliant. But it's like there are a lot of look at Leah Michelle. Just kidding. But look at Rachel Berry. You know, God, she is difficult, but the girl can sing. It's that vibe. It's like Benny Boone. Stop with the backflips. This isn't America's Got Talent every day. You know what I mean? Save that for America's Got Talent. Look what you're doing. People on the news are just trying it out. You're making it look way too easy. It's dangerous. People on the news are trying it out, falling on their heads.
And that was a Savannah Banana.
I know it was a Savannah Banana. Okay, so I want to keep talking about the VMAs, but I obviously have some stuff I gotta get off my chest before we get into it for real. I know we did get into it, but we're gonna get back into it shortly, and less of this philosophical discourse that's bringing our country down, like Phoebe wants to do.
Caroline's making it into that. It's not about the country or like anything like that. To me, it's just. I just think it's a statement on the state.
You might have to cut this, but Phoebe's saying Republicans are ruining music.
No, I'm not saying that.
You can cut that. Or you can clip that. Up to you. Cut it or clip it. Guys. Can't believe it. Reporting to you live as the reigning kidney stone queen. Yep, it happened again. I could not. Phoebe.
Hey guys, by the way, it quote happening again. It didn't happen the first time. You know what I mean? Like they didn't come out yet.
No. The one did. The one came out, but I missed it. I didn't know. But I'll tell you one thing. I'm nervous to say this because I don't want the doctor community coming after me. But hey, doctors, what's up? Like none of you know anything. Sorry. I'm gonna get into why I'm saying this. I know that's not true.
You heard it here first from Caroline Connell. Doctors, quote,
I know that's
don't
not true.
Know anything.
I know that it's not true, but it kind of felt like it was true. Okay, and I'm gonna explain why. So let me just walk you through.
Wait,
this.
can I predict what you're gonna say? Because
Okay.
I think I maybe had a similar situation when I found out I had lesions.
Oh, I bet you did. Okay, well,
It's that they don't communicate with each other.
Well, that, but also there's more. So was there ever any discrepancy on how many lesions you had? Or were they good at counting?
No,
That's my
but
question.
this is what happened was I was in one room with the eye doctor. I had just gotten back from my MRI and I had been talking to a neurologist because they thought that there was something going on with my brain that was pressing against my eye that was causing
And
the
guys,
sparkles.
guys, believe me, there is something going on with our brain.
Something amazing.
They didn't figure it out that day, but I'm working on it. Something amazing.
Yeah, genius. And so I was in this pitch black room getting sticks in my eyes. The ophthalmologist was looking in every
I
crevice
would
he could.
not have been able to do that, Phoebe.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably what I would have said until I was in the chair and realized what they were doing and I couldn't get up.
Did it hurt really bad?
No, because I mean they weren't going
You couldn't
into
blink,
my eyeball.
I guess.
They were just going into like
I don't want to think about this. Keep
the
going,
sides
keep
of my
going, keep
eyes.
going,
Anyway.
keep going, keep going.
This guy who wouldn't take his backpack off sitting at the computer.
Another thing, stay a while, Doc. Like, take your freaking backpack off.
He's sitting at the computer
I'm sorry,
and he
that's
goes,
such a funny detail about a doctor that he would not
wouldn't
take his
take his
backpack off.
backpack
What's
off.
in there? What's in there? Oh my
he's
god.
sitting at the computer, doesn't look up, and he goes to mom, who you know takes everything in a super calm, mild manner way.
No, yeah, mom is super
She's
level-headed,
super chill,
easygoing. Yeah.
She's not reactive.
Yeah, no.
And he goes, do you guys have any history of like autoimmune disease in your family?
I was like,
And
how did you know?
and mom goes, yeah. And he goes,
What's it
like,
to ya? What's it to ya?
Doc,
Backpack man.
still
What's it
not
to ya?
looking up from the computer. He goes, like, MS.
Yeah. Now
Mom
I remember
basically
this.
falls to her knees.
Mom
for
falls
ye-
out of the chair. She's like, "You just shot me. Like, why would you even say that?" Later on, they're like, "That's not."
That's
a
what. Okay, so this is
concern."
what I was gonna get at. So we go in the other room. Mom's in tears. I'm crying because I don't know what MS is.
Mom's
and
called
crying.
me like, "Get Phoebe Little Tokyo. It's her last day." Mom is like so freaked out.
And we go in, and the nurse comes in to take my blood. And I was so brave this day. Whoa.
Pat yourself on the freaking back.
And
No, you were.
the
The getting
nurse
the
comes
blood
in.
part is less brave than the needles in the eyes, but like, okay.
The nurse comes in and like sees that we've both been crying, and she's like, "What happened?"
Well, I mean, to be fair, Phoebe, you do have lesions on your brain. That's a reason to cry. Like, she's
yeah,
like,
but,
you guys are being dramatic.
No, I don't. We didn't know. First of all, we didn't. Well, yeah, because the guy was at the computer and he was like, "She's just got like some things." I think he literally said she's just got some things on her brain.
I'm sure
And it's
mom
like,
really
oh,
loved to hear
perfect.
that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really how you tell someone. That could be anything. We
Yeah,
don't. Also,
yeah.
at this point, we're two laymen. We don't know what
Right.
lesions are. So, like
Right.
to us, the only option of something that could be on the brain is something drastic.
It's something horrible. Yeah.
And so we go to the nurse. We're like, "Well, he just like mentioned that like you guys think it's a mess," and she was like, "What? No."
Oh
No.
my
Why would he
God.
say that to you?
This is, and sorry, I'm putting this on men. Hey, men, you guys are also the problem here. Like, the things that you guys think to say that a female doctor just would never say is crazy. And it happened to me this weekend too. Like, the number of things, like, I moving forward, no men will be looking at my body or poking and prodding me. Okay. I don't care if you're Derek Shepherd, get away from me. And he's dead, so I know it's not. So don't try to convince me you're Derek Shepherd, Doc. I know he's dead and fictional on top of that.
On
Well,
top of
Phoebe,
that.
yeah, that also is an issue for me because, all right, so here's what happened. Guys, obviously, you know, I just had a bout with kidney stones and they did the full CT, right? And like scanned my kidneys and they were like, okay, it looks like you've got a couple in your left kidney and one of them is on the move. And then when it starts to move, that's when it hurts. They're dormant otherwise. So you can have a ton in your kidneys. Like everyone probably has them. They just like might not ever leave. But some people, when they leave, it's horrible. It's like the first time I had it, it was like, you know, obviously it feels like nothing now. Like it feels like I might as well have been like got pins and needles compared to like what this last one was. I cannot even explain to you, but that was up until this past weekend the most excruciating moment of my life. I'm going to Anthony and his mom's joint birthday dinner. I'm meeting Anthony there. He went ahead of time. There was a football game, whatever. So I had to get there at 7. So I'm picking up, it's like 6:30, and I'm picking up flowers at Fresh Market for his mother. And I'm walking back to the car, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, no offense, what I would have given to
see this?
to have the Emily and Toby's drawing POV of Caroline in the Fresh Market parking lot.
At this moment, nothing. I was like, okay, chill. Like
You dropped the flowers. You dropped the flowers, fall to your knees.
I kept it cool. I was like, okay. Because last time the pain was in my stomach and my back, and it was on the left side of my body. And this was my right back. So I was like, it probably isn't, but it was my first thought because the pain felt so similar. Like it was like such a similar.
Well, it makes sense to be your first thought.
Yeah. So I
It's kind of been at the forefront of everybody's brain in our family.
So true. So I started driving home.
Mostly everyone, probably.
Mostly. Yeah, no, for sure. I started driving home, and I'm like, oh no. And my mouth starts filling up with water, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking throw up. And it literally happens again. And
hey
I
guys,
was
by
like,
the way, this is like 9 lanes of traffic going every which way.
My God. Like I'm crying. I'm like, don't let this be happening again. This can't be happening again. That's what I keep saying to myself as I'm driving. I get home, go upstairs, throw up a bunch. And then I'm like, okay, I'm Googling just to confirm that my symptoms could be a kidney stone. Because I'm like, at this point, it's been like 40 minutes. And I'm like, it's getting worse every second. And it's so bad. And so I call Anthony, and I was like, hey, I'm not going to make it. Just like stay where you are. I'm going to go to the hospital. And because I was in an amount of pain that I couldn't have people around me, I was like acting out. Like I was like, I was just not safe. And I didn't call mom. I didn't tell anybody. I get in the car, drive myself to the hospital, get out. I'm like, ah! Like, I'm not kidding you. It was like primal animal yells. Mom goes, they probably thought you were there for drugs. I was like, yeah, probably. I get up there and I was like, I need help. I have makeup all over my face. It's a Friday night. Last time I went, it was like 12 a.m. So there was no one there. Oh, the waiting room's packed. Okay, tons of people in there. I am crawling around on the floor like, oh, not again, please. Oh, not again. I go to the bathroom.
I'm horrified.
I go to the bathroom. I know, and I couldn't even care. I could not even care. People were looking at me, and I was just like, what?
They probably all also thought you were trying to get drugs.
Or that I don't know what they thought. And I was alone too. So they're like, what is happening here?
With your makeup.
Yeah, and my makeup was all over me. I go in the and that's the worst part. I was in so much pain, I didn't even stop to take a freaking selfie of what I looked like or anything.
And see, that's how we know that content creation isn't quite in Caroline's blood.
Yeah. If it was, I would have been filming. I would have given my phone to someone and said, hey, can you just film this? And then gotten on the ground and done my whole thing.
You're digging through your person. I have a ring light here.
Hang on. Did I forget it? Fuck, I need to drive back. Hang on, guys. No. But so I go to the bathroom because I keep thinking like, oh, that's the other thing. If you're passing a kidney stone, forget it. You can't pee. You can't do anything. You cannot go to the bathroom.
Which is like counterintuitive.
Yeah. So I keep going to the bathroom to try, and nothing's happening. And I'm like, nah. I accidentally pulled the help button in the bathroom. The alarm starts going off. I can't hear it over my own yelling. I am on the floor of the bathroom. They're like knocking at her, ma'am, are you okay? And I was like, no. And they're like, okay, you pulled the alarm, like we're coming in. I was like, wait, no. I mean, like, I'm not okay, but like, I don't need help. I didn't know I pulled it. I'm sorry. So they're like apologizing like crazy. They're like, okay, so you don't need help? I'm like,
you don't need help.
Well, yes, I fucking do, but yeah. So then I go back out. I'm like, they finally take me back. They put the like IV in my arm, but they don't fully put like the fluids. It's just like the needle. And I then get out of the bed again, start crawling around on the ground. Cause it's like the only way that I feel any relief is like if I'm like in child's pose or something like, and she comes in, yells at me because I've been moving around. She's like, you're gonna rip the needle out of your arm. She's like, it's completely sideways. You're gonna have a worse day if you do this. Like, so she taped it down like I was gonna be like, stop taping it.
Well, there's probably a freaking comment on your chart that said flight risk.
Literally, she's like mad. That's mom was like, I bet they thought you were there because you were just there a month ago. But I was like, no one could fake this kind of pain. So then they gave me like the first dose of meds, and I start like relaxing a little bit. And then I called mom, and I was like, I'm in the hospital again. It's happening again. She's like, where's Anthony? I was like, well, I told him not to come. She's like, Chris? Text Anthony, tell him to get to the hospital now.
She said that?
Yes. So
Wait, that's
dad
the scary-
texts Anthony.
that's
He's
the
like, hey,
scariest-
do you
that's
know
the
Caroline's at
scariest-
the hospital?
That's the scariest text Anthony's ever received in
Well,
his
mom
life.
was like, dad was like, Georgia, he's going. Like, calm down to mom. Like, mom was like, he needs to get there. And dad texted him and was like, hey, are you aware like Caroline's at the hospital? And he's like, yeah, I'm like waiting for an update. Like, I haven't heard from her. And he's like, yeah, I think she just needs you to get there. So then Anthony like immediately left and came. And then they had me stay overnight. And let me
Kinda
tell
cheap.
you, well, I thought it might be. Fuck no. It was such a freaking rigmarole. It took, I get up there. Got my own room, thank God. By this point, obviously, I'm not screaming anymore. I'm now like sedated by intravenous drugs. Also, I'm on the phone with mom and I'm like, it's just still not working. And mom goes, ask for morphine. Do they not give morphine anymore?
Mom
Which is
is
like
like
the
on
opposite of what mom like
WebMD.
ever
Mom's
says.
like on WebMD. She's
Well, because
like,
that's what they gave dad, and dad's like, "Did you get morphine? Like, it's good stuff."
mom's
Dad
got
said that to me.
a lab coat on, sitting at the dining room table at the beach with her glasses on. She's like, Chris, they haven't even given her morphine.
Why
Morphine
haven't they
right
given
here.
her morphine yet? Literally, she's like, she's on the phone. They ask for more. I'll talk to her. I was like, no, mom, I'm scared to ask for morphine. I don't want to ask
They're
for
gonna
that.
think
Like,
it's my dealer, and I'm like at the
literally, I was
hospital
like, I
trying to get
can't
her a new
ask
supply.
for that. Like, mom's like, okay. So I get up there, and it's just like every hour they come in, they're like, yellow, like turn on the lights and wake me up. I'm like, oh, hi. And so this guy comes in.
So was
he's
it kind of like
so,
Grey's Anatomy?
yeah, it was kind of like Grey's Anatomy. This guy comes in, he's like, also, can I just say, the light switch to the bathroom in my room was like bright red, and it looked like it was like a do not fucking press the switch. So it's like the middle of the night, and I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom, but like I can't see shit, and I'm terrified to press this light switch because it's bright red, and I feel like I'm gonna set another alarm off. So I like, go out in the hall in the middle of the night, and I'm like, hello, hello, is this just the light for the bathroom? They're like, yeah. I don't think, why is it bright fucking red then? Anyway, this guy comes in, he's like, so tell me about your symptoms. I'm looking at your CAT scan right here, and it looks like, or your CT scan. Yeah, it looks like you've got, you haven't passed your other kidney stone either. You've got one on each kidney right at your entrance. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, so did you throw up? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, okay, like how many times? And I was like, well, I mean, it all just kind of felt like one big, like, one trip to the bathroom and like whatever. And he goes, okay, how many times did it come up? I was like,
That's insane.
I don't know. I literally was like, I don't know, 6? I don't know. Then he goes, and what did you throw up? I said, food? Everything I ate that day? What do you mean? He's like, was it blood? I was like, well, I ate salsa, so I don't know.
Actually just guzzled a bunch of hot sauce beforehand.
Yeah. Then the next doctor comes in an hour later, wakes me up. Man, he's like, so tell me what's going on. I see that you passed your previous kidney stone and you only have the one in your right kidney now. I was like, wait. The doctor that was here 1 hour ago told me I had not passed it. And he's looking at the same thing you're looking at. And he's like, nope, I'm not sure you heard that right. Like, told me I didn't hear it right and that it couldn't be right, blah, blah, blah. Then he's like, you're going to have to make some serious changes to your lifestyle and diet. No more legumes, no spinach, less calcium. I was like, oh, babe, those aren't big changes.
Wait, does spinach cause them?
Yes, dude. Then
I
girl,
have a bowl of spinach every day.
watch out. The girl doctor then comes, okay, in the morning. And I'm like, so I was told I need to cut all this stuff out. And she goes, I mean, we have no idea what your stones are caused from. She's like, you can cut all that out, but you could still get a kidney stone next week. Like, so I don't know why you would. She was like, I mean, sure, but like, and she was like, you just need to go to all these doctors, whatever. And then she tells me that, yes, it looks like I passed that one stone. One is still passing on the right, and I still have a couple in my left. But Phoebe, what's crazy is the one on the right formed in the last month when like I've been trying to be good and like do the things I was supposed to do. And it formed in the last fucking month. Do you know how scary that is to think about? Like that could just keep happening. Oh my God. This was unlike anything.
Hey doctors of America, we got to get to work on this.
We got to get to work on the fucking kidney stone epidemic because let me tell you, everyone has them. What the fuck? Everyone has them. And I feel like we don't talk about them enough.
Don't
And
let RFK hear this. This is
Why?
gonna be the next thing.
Well, it should be.
We're the
okay?
sickest country.
And you can tell from the sound of my fucking voice.
That's my favorite part.
I am not well.
I just watched. He had a hearing last week, and literally, like, anytime a senator is questioning him, you hear they don't turn his microphone enough, and I'm like, can we fucking work on this? He's like,
I know. I'm like, can we get a fucking translator in here for him? Like,
and then when they talk, they're
crazy.
like, you took $100 million from Big Pharma, and I actually do a pretty good impression.
You do. He sounds like he's in so much pain. I'm like,
this can't be
hey,
healthy
babe,
for you.
go to the doctor. Hey, you might need to go to the doctor. Anyway, so yeah, I got the kidney stone again, a new one. Just waiting for that to go. But it's a bad time, I'll tell you that much, because ghost tours start next week. And I'm hosting a kids' talent show next week, too. And my musical theater classes start next week, too. So, really good timing.
Man, okay, petition now for Bowen Yang to play one of Caroline's kidney stones on Weekend Update.
Oh, my God. And he will win an Emmy, trust. And he will win an Emmy. Oh, my God. That's funny as fuck. Okay, well, there were a couple other things I felt like I wanted to say. Oh, I was just outside. I don't know what to do about this. I was just outside playing fetch with the dogs, okay?
Uh-huh.
They just got haircuts. They're feeling good.
By the
So
way,
I was like-
yesterday I walked a 3-legged dog. Could you believe that?
Was that life-changing for you?
Oh my God, it was the best thing ever. And at one point,
my
he got
God.
so tired that he
Oh.
like laid down, was able to wrestle himself out of his harness because because there's an empty hole on there.
Wait, yeah, good point.
And he just laid in the longest grass he could find on his back, wanting a belly rub.
Wait, cute.
And also, the other dog I was walking at the same time was like Charleston vibes.
Oh my
It
God.
was a golden
so
doodle, but
perfect.
like looked more like the Bartones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was like a straighter
Straight hair.
haired, but had the demeanor of Chuck.
Chuck is the sweetest dog on planet Earth. He was really annoyed with Drama yesterday, though. Like, he really was like, I need space, Drama. And Drama was not listening. And I had to be like, hey, Drama, Chuck is telling you. See when his lips pull back and you can see his teeth, like he wants to bite your head. Leave him alone. Anyway, they're feeling good. They want to play. So they have this Nerf toy. Dude, I do not know what to do about this. They have this Nerf toy.
Me like trying to rack my brain. What could this possibly be?
And it's like rubber. And it has a big rope on the end of it. So like you can throw this thing far and very little effort. So I like take it by the rope, but I just like fling it for Drama. And he is just not getting tired. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a big one and then I have to stop this. And so I do it. And it goes over the fence into our neighbor's, well, not our neighbor's yard, bounces off the neighbor's roof and lands in their gutter. And this is the house that's on sale next door. So there's a huge bright blue Nerf toy in their gutter. I'm like, I don't know what to do about that. Like,
Under the
that's on their
cloak of
property
night.
now.
Under the cloak of night.
How
Go
am I
over there
gonna
with a
get
ladder.
that? Like, I know. I was like, do I just like write a note on the door like, hey, you might want to check your gutter in the back? Like, I don't know. What do I do? I hulked out.
I don't know what
And
you
Drama's like, where the fuck is it? Drama's like, oh my God, I was playing with that. Like, he's so annoyed. Oh my God. So I don't know. That was the other thing I just wanted to let you know about. And the other thing is that Ghost Tours do start next week. So get your ticks. They're in the link in bio. Go get your ticks. It's going to be really freaking fun. Let's get into the VMAs. Any favorite looks from the night? Let's just get into it. I want to admit that I got by AI again. I know, because someone on Twitter posted this amazing picture of Gaga on the red carpet. And I was like, holy shit. And like one of her hands was in like a point shoe. And it was like a white outfit. And then I see all these pictures of her like in full black, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. And then I see that picture again with like a Twitter disclaimer that's like, this is an AI generated photo. But House Labs is coming out with a new line that's like inspired by like a ballerina slipper and stuff. So it's like
Oh, fun.
kind of related, but I put it on our story. I was like, Gaga looks amazing. And tons of people liked it. And then I just took it down silently. No one knew. But now I'm telling you, I got by AI again. But what is it with AI being like such a good fashion designer sometimes? Katy Perry at the Met Gala, and now this.
Yeah, it's not cool, guys. Let's wrap it up.
It's just annoying me. But I thought that Gaga, let's just talk about Gaga. Let's just start with it.
I like how like reverent she was about the VMAs. It was really
Too.
and
Same
same
with
with
Ariana. Yes.
Because I just feel like we're at a point where these award shows kind of feel like artists could feel like they're better than it.
I was like, does this feel like the AMAs to some of these artists? You know what I
That's
mean?
what I
Where
was
it's sort of
thinking.
like, but I really loved how they acted, because here's the thing. And I think something that rubs me the wrong way about people who treat the AMAs that way as well. Like, there are some people who are never going to win a Grammy, or they might win a Grammy, but they're first going to win one of these awards. And them, you know, you perceiving these awards to be below you or something that's like a not that big of a deal, it takes away from this huge moment for somebody like Rosé, you know, who's winning their first, and it, or someone like Mariah Carey, who just won her
That's
first.
fucking crazy. I didn't realize that. Also, I texted Caroline during the Vanguard performance, which I don't know if we're gonna call it a performance.
Oh, we are going to talk about it.
But like, I was like, how is it that Mariah Carey is getting the Vanguard Award after Katy Perry gets hers?
No, I know.
And listen,
also,
like, hey, I love Teenage Dream and its impact just as much as the next girl, but we don't have Teenage Dream without Mariah Carey.
I do feel like if you're winning the Vanguard Award, I believe there should be a little bit of like reverence for this person. You know what I mean? And that comes with age and time, I think.
I agree. I just think Katy Perry was too soon.
It was too soon, because now, like, okay, that would be the perfect award for her to win in 10 years.
The curse of the introducing someone to win the Vanguard Award. Taylor Swift, Kanye West,
Oh, wow.
Orlando Bloom, Katy Perry. Those are the only two instances I can think of. But there are probably
but
others.
they are big instances, but they matter. Okay.
But yeah, Lady Gaga, I liked that she had a speech. Like that's
Yes.
also something that's kind of surprising. I also was hearkened back to, okay, so after the New Heights podcast, Jason was talking to Travis, like when she called you a human exclamation point, I was like, that is the best. Like, I've never heard anybody describe
He
you like
said,
that.
did you feel so degraded by that?
And I'm like, didn't she describe him like that last year when she won for Fortnite?
No, she didn't say that, but she said he
makes
every
everything
night,
better.
everything happy and more full of joy and more full of light. And he's like everyone's cheerleader or something like that. It's similar vibe.
I just feel like we had heard human exclamation point before.
It just makes me think of High School Musical.
Chad was the exclamation point.
Yeah. Exclamation point. Anyway, I thought Gaga, I loved how she had a speech, how she got emotional. And it was just like, again, I think that's an amazing example of pop stars who have been in the game for so long. That's an awesome, easy way for you to sort of like send the elevator back down. You know what I mean?
Well,
to
I
like other
also
people and
think-
make it like, look, this still means something to me, and I'm so excited for all of you. And like, I believe in this award, and I see how important it is. So when you win your awards tonight, don't treat them like they're a nothing award. You know?
I also think that for Gaga and maybe Ariana a little bit, but also Taylor at this point in all of their careers, I think throughout their 20s were probably preparing themselves to really only have that decade of stardom. And so every kind of reinforcement that they get throughout their not older years is not the right thing, but this new chapter of their life where like they've been led to believe that they would be discarded at a certain point, and when they keep hitting new highs, like winning another VMA or doing the Eras tour or doing Wicked, like all these different things, I like seeing their reverence for it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it not only is it good for the younger artists, like you were saying, but like for them to see that like the public still wants more from them.
Yes,
and of them.
totally. Where it's like, you don't need the award to affirm what you're doing or affirm your place in this community, but to get that award is a really nice reminder that like you still got it, you know, and we still want this from you and we still love what you're doing. I loved how she also said, I wish I could stay here and watch all the performances. Like, it's a little thing. She didn't have to say it. But saying that also, because she was leaving to go perform at MSG, which fucking crazy and so iconic. But because she was doing that, it could have been looked at as like, she could have totally treated this whole night as, one, I'm not going to show up. Instead of trying to like making this work. Imagine how difficult it was, honestly, logistically, to pull off what she pulled off at the VMAs.
Right.
And it shows such a testament and dedication to, again, like the art, to her fans, to the other artists who are there and also being appreciated for their work. It was like, it's important for her to show up and make it work. But at the same time, it was like, she could have just not shown up. She could have not seen any of the performances. She could have shown up on the speech, not seen any performances, and not said anything about it. But the fact that she did, I just thought it was like a nice way to again be like, fucking sit up and pay attention to what you're about to see, because it's important. And some of Lady Gaga's most iconic performances have happened there. So many iconic performances have happened there. And it's almost like a reminder of like, hey, this is like hallowed ground, you know?
The fact that the blood dress happened at the same night as the Taylor, Kanye, Beyonce situation.
I know.
And
well,
I think there was something
the
else.
blood performance or the
Yeah.
meat dress?
No,
Okay,
the
okay.
blood the on stage. Like, that's crazy.
I know. It's bonkers. I remember seeing that show, and she did the whole Tinkerbell thing, and she would bleed out on the stage, and then you have to clap for her. And she looked over at all of us that night, and she said, and I want you to know, this is all 100% fucking live. You will never go to a Lady Gaga concert and see me or hear me lip syncing. And she starts like singing like crazy. And she was like, that's not what you fucking paid for. And so watching her performance later, Kelly was like, is she lip syncing? And I was like, bitch, no. Like,
But someone will.
but someone will be, but not Gaga. And the fact that she can sound like that, like,
Yeah,
but
she's
just
amazing.
the artistic integrity, I feel like Ariana has it too. I love that they were
Yeah.
sitting next to each other. Like, but I also,
Me too. I feel like
another
we never
thing,
see them
yeah,
together.
I know, it was sweet. And I like forgot about Rain on Me for a minute. So it was like nice to see them
Right.
next to each other. Never forget. Fever Dream, that was the COVID Lady Gaga album. But one other thing about, I think, Lady Gaga and Ariana, it's kind of like when you're the lead in a show, okay? Or you're like the senior in the musical, right? Like, this is how I think about it. You have a responsibility to like set the tone for how this is going to go and like how the rehearsals are going to go. Are we going to like open our arms to everybody, or is this going to be super cliquey? It's my job. I know you guys are all looking up to me as the oldest person or as the lead. So it's my job to kind of show you, this is how we act at these things. This is how we treat them. And I think it's a privilege and a responsibility. And that's sort of how I viewed Gaga and Ariana, especially with the way that they treated these VMAs. And I thought it was really lovely, especially because I found myself thinking, Rosé, hurry this shit up about her speech. And I felt bad about it. And I was surprised they didn't play anyone
I know.
off.
I noticed that all night. I think a lot of the speeches were pretty long.
Yeah, and there was no playing off, which I thought was really crazy.
Maybe they learned from what didn't work when Cynthia hosted.
Well, you know what's crazy too? Kelly thought that was like the first time that's ever happened. And I was like, oh no, that's like a thing that they used to do, or they still do at the Oscars, but it's not normally like acknowledged that way. It's just sort of this thing.
And it's normally just a song.
And it's not
like the person
host
singing.
Yeah.
And
But,
like, I mean,
yeah.
forever, I mean, I think we said it before we listened to the last culture episode, but the way we felt about that was the same way Matt felt about it. Of like, you did not think, not Cynthia specifically, the production at large.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that typically falls at the end of someone's speech is not necessarily the thing that you
It's
want
their
the
call
music to
to
start
action.
playing over.
Yeah,
So
and that's
like,
not the spot. Yeah.
especially when the music ended up being kind of like gimmicky. It was like time to go. It was that Frank Sinatra song. It was like, especially the
Wait,
Tonys.
you know what I keep thinking it was? I keep in my mind thinking it was when raindrops fall down from the sky.
Imagine, was that?
I literally was like, but imagine if that wasn't played. That'd be so funny. A cappella. When raindrops fall. Oh my God. I was excited to see Ari, first of all, at an award show. That wasn't like, I mean, she's been at award shows, but at a music award show. Just nice to see her not wicketed out, you know, like her outfits were not wicked. As much as I love that, we have time for it.
Her whole family was there.
And she looked fabulous, I thought. Like, I thought she really, like, her coloring is like, she doesn't look.
I like her in a
pale.
darker color.
Yeah, I mean, and I love her hair right now.
The dress, I liked
Which
the
one?
the polka dots. I liked the fit of it on her, but I didn't love the middle part. And,
I really liked that.
I would think I would have
wasn't as crazy about her white one.
I can't even picture it anymore.
It was her final dress, and it was like, it was sort of giving like high school homecoming, like my era, but not one I would have worn, where it was like tulle kind of. I was giving Aria Montgomery. It was giving tulle white, big full skirt to the knees, and then like a sheer bodice.
And
then,
guys,
like,
by the way,
everybody
everybody prepare. Pretty Little Liars fashion is actually coming back, because not only did I see a post about the green army jacket coming back,
Oh my God,
but
which
also
Phoebe goes, I used to pray for times like these. No, me too, you guys. I had a
truly,
leopard print one.
It was the best thing ever.
Yeah, I will
God,
be
it made
purchasing.
every outfit. It made every outfit an outfit,
Absolutely.
and you didn't even have to
I
try.
can't. I cannot
perfect.
wait to
I think
get
I kept
someone.
mine. I hope I did. I'll have to get a new one. But and then Mimi also pulled out of her closet the other day, leopard print ballet flats.
I mean,
new
look,
ones.
hey, they say fashion is cyclical.
That's what I'm
they're
saying.
new, but they're like, she could have had them. They could have been.
Yeah,
a
they
relic.
look like Aria.
I would have had
shoes.
them. I cannot wear ballet flats. I love the trend for you guys, but a few
Me
things I
either.
remember about them. Number one,
The
sorry, I'm
smell.
gonna get kind of graphic. Yeah, the smell, horrible.
sure.
Oh my God. Number two, slippery. Number three, ouch. It's just like me slamming my foot against the concrete all the time.
Truly that.
I'm
and
a
also the
platform girl.
blisters.
You think I'm gonna wear those when I'm used to wearing platform
Garrett,
Doc
you wanna see-
Martens
You want
every
to see the
single
bottom
day?
of my Hoka's?
I don't know. Oh, she's gonna show me. Phoebe, let's get some new shoes. Zero tread. Ah! You're gonna fall down a freaking hill. You
Mom,
are gonna
so
fall down a freaking hill.
She was pissed, and I was like, "Okay, Mom, hey."
Mom was pissed.
Well, she was like, "You need to get new shoes." I was like, "Mom,
Oh.
I'll get new shoes on Black Friday."
I thought she was like pissed at you for wearing them in so much. I'm like, well, Mom. Well, Mom, sorry, she's moving around. She's a girl on the move.
sorry about my walk.
She-
By the way, all
sorry.
that in a year's time, not to flex.
Okay, she's flexing big time. Glad this isn't a video podcast and none of you can actually see. Guys, just so you know, they look untouched. Phoebe, have you even worn those before? They look like they must hurt. Are you still breaking them in? Phoebe lifted up her foot and it was like dripping blood. I was like, okay, blisters from just breaking those in. Anyway, I loved Ari's speeches. I thought it was just her getting all emotional. I'm just like, and I also thought it was so cool for her to bring the music video director up because again, and okay, sorry, I know it's like maybe it's the industry that I work in also, but like her naming every single person on
was
that fucking
awesome.
set, like that is unheard of. And I've noticed her doing it, and a lot of stars have started to do it more in their Instagram captions, but to take up time like that on a stage
I noticed
and do that.
I wonder if Ariana is part of the influence on this, but Bowen does that all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's I think it's so important, and like what an amazing way to recognize the people who are working so hard,
And
and
also just
also
for like people in general society to understand how much goes
Yes.
into these things.
that it's not just one person. Like Ariana won that award, but there are so many people who are involved in the creation of that who also won that award. You know what I mean? And for her to bring the director up, I thought it was amazing because, like, a lot of people don't get the opportunity to say thank you at an award show. So to have that
Not to
chance,
bring everything back to Taylor, but like that's a page of Taylor's
I know,
book.
I know. And that is a really something I just, like I was saying about how Ari and Gaga kind of did this at the VMAs where they were sort of like, okay, we're the seniors and we're going to show you how to act. Taylor has been doing that for years. And a lot of these stars have taken pages out of her books. And it's like, we just take that behavior for granted, and people say it's so annoying and put on. And here's the deal. Even if it was put on, who cares? She's still doing it, but it's not put on.
Exactly.
It's who she is when no one's watching, and that's like what we found out, you know? But I don't know. I just anyway. Let's talk about the performances. So Billboard said that Tate's performance was the best of the evening. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that's wrong. I think Sabrina's was, but I do think Tate's was really good. But here's another thing that I missed from the VMAs. I wish they would lean into the messiness a little more like they used to.
too.
Because like Kid Leroy was there. So like
there were opportunities.
I
yes.
wanted a little bit of like Tate looking like how she looked. And then us having to see the little bitch
like,
boy,
watch
Kid
him.
Kid LaCroix.
Kid LaCroix. Ah! Okay. You heard it here first. Bitch boy's new name, Kid LaCroix. Kid LaCroix, get to bed. Yeah, I agree. That is one of the other things we had it last year too with Taylor's dancing. Taylor getting drunk is always fun. Like, but
what I will say about his performance, what I did really obvious, I liked it a lot. Actually, there are things I liked about this performance that I liked better than I liked Sabrina's. Like, I wish Sabrina had done more than one song, maybe the way that Tate did. I was interested in the decisions to do Revolving Door as her other song. I think there were other options that could have been cooler. Wait,
isn't that what she started with?
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then into sports car.
Okay.
Sports car made sense. That was like the hit.
Yeah.
But like I just feel like revolving door.
Well, she was going for it like it was a big vocal moment too, and
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, we don't have to like let's
You're a
lead with our
dancer.
best foot forward. Yeah, I mean, not that she doesn't sound good, but like I was just like, you're like, I don't think she would say I'm a singer first. So why are we gonna
Right.
start at the VMAs?
I
Because also the
agree.
VMAs is your chance to shine if you're a dancer. Like that is the opportunity to give me the old school music videos with the dancing, you know?
Which she
So,
definitely
like,
did. I mean, I
she
thought the
definitely
sand
did.
looked so cool.
It
And the
looked
way,
very
I mean,
cool.
it was incredible.
Can I
thought it
say
was
a
really
couple
good.
things I didn't like? Well, really just one.
Sure.
Like, don't be barefoot. Like, I know she had to be in sand, but it took me out of it. Seeing her stomping around
That's a
barefoot
you
took
problem,
me out
girl.
of it. No, it's not.
I didn't even notice.
Oh
I think
my
I think I would have
God.
noticed if she had shoes on. I would have been like, that's weird.
No, because she needed to have shoes on, like for the look. It just like makes everything look so unfinished. I feel like when a star comes out barefoot, I'm just like, put on some fucking heels. Come on, like it's the VMAs.
Well, you know, she's a dancer at heart, so I wonder if
I
it's the
know.
lyrical in her.
But I'm like, especially with all the things she's doing with her legs, it would elongate the legs so much. Like the lines would look so much better with a little Duke. Just get a little Duke on that foot, just for the dance number. But I understand she couldn't because of the sand. Phoebe, you haven't seen Pretty Laducas. You don't know what I'm talking about.
I hope I don't.
They like Taylor's worn Laducas. People wear like they make them custom for people. She could have worn a little something. Didn't have to be Laduca, but some sort of shoe that was like for dancing. You know what I'm saying? Or like boots. I don't know. I just didn't like the
I'm not on your
barefoot.
side here, but that's okay.
Ah! Okay. But I
That's
did
called
think
exposure therapy for Caroline, everybody.
whatever. I hate that so much. I hate exposure therapy. Didn't ask for it. You're not a therapist administering it. Thanks a lot. But I just didn't like the barefoot. I can't say that I think her performance was better than Sabrina's though.
Me either. Sabrina's actually had my jaw on the floor. And
I
here's what I'll
was
say.
stunned.
I think I might have said this on mic about her music video for Fast Times, which is the first single for Emails I Can't Send.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember watching that music video and being like, this is like Britney. Like her
Wow.
choreography in that music video. And I also felt that way about She's All I Want to Be by Tate McRae.
Mm-hmm.
Dancing in that music video is amazing as well.
Yeah.
But I was harkened back to that. I always forget Sabrina can like really dance. And then I was harkened back to that music video as soon as she stepped into the water. I was like,
Mhm. Oh my God.
way.
It was just
This
like
is
such a
impeccable.
great callback. And honestly, on a night where I'm always like, okay, Tate is the Britney girl. When we do the Britney biopic, it's gonna be Tate. Like she knows it too. Look at the clothes that she wears. Look at what she wore to last year's VMAs. Like she's going for it. And so she does her number, and I'm like, this is so Britney. But then we fucking go into Sabrina. And it was almost like a Britney off, like an audition for who, because I mean, Sabrina did a callback to an exact look that Britney did for Hit Me Baby One More Time, I think, right? Yes.
Or is that where
I
she's
believe
is
it
that
was
where
Baby
she's
One More Time.
Isn't that when she's in the school uniform?
I'm pretty sure that's the performance though that she.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It
it's
definitely
Britney.
was a
I'll
Britney
confirm.
look. I just can't think of what it was. But Tate, the thing, I think Sabrina has the acting chops. I don't think Tate does. Tate has the voice. She sounds more like Britney than Sabrina does. But I think I would like to see Sabrina in the role.
Yeah. I'm trying to find it. I can't tell if I'm wrong or right. Someone will tell me though. But I'll tell you initially with Sabrina's look, I did not like the dark bottoms. Before she took off her dress, I was like,
I
"Oh."
was like confused by the whole look because
Me
she
too.
looked like the top was very like 70s Dolly Parton.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing that I was a little confused about because I was like,
But
her
I
sound
also
is-
am like, then when her hair got wet and her hair looked like that, I'm like, Sabrina, I think we can stop with the curls like we've been doing.
I know.
I think when your hair like looks a little longer and like
yeah.
you don't
Well,
even have
I
the,
was like, I didn't like her hair in the beginning, and then I was like, oh, I didn't like it because she wasn't wearing a wig. Because later on, she's gonna put a wig on to go accept this award later, and like because her hair's all wet. So like that was why I realized why she wasn't wearing one. But I do think her hair, like I'm like, yeah, give it a break on the curls because your hair low key for looking fried. You know what I mean? And I just don't want her to like
And I think
I'm
she
like,
could
you
go
don't
back
have
to a
do it
warmer
anymore.
blonde.
Yeah, I could go
Like,
warmer.
she's like such a
Could
white
go a little
blonde.
bit more relaxed and not do the curls as crazy. But that's
And I
also
think
like
that works for going into the 70s.
absolutely. But then there were elements of the performance that I was like, okay, this isn't feeling 70s to me, especially the Britney callback. I mean, I was like, this is like giving 90s, early 2000s. So it was just an interesting whatever. But also a really amazing moment for her to stand up for trans rights,
I feel like it's
for
the
the
first
dolls.
time we've really
seen
seen
that.
her do some. Not that she hasn't. I mean, I don't want to say she never has, but this feels like the first time she's really done like something that a big artist would do. Like,
Yeah.
it's the first time I feel like she hasn't felt the stakes of it. Maybe.
Yeah, I agree. And I honestly feel like that, and arguably at a time when the stakes are the highest, you know, that they've
Yeah,
been.
I just meant career wise. Like she
Yeah.
before it would have been more of like it could have been seen by some people on her team as something that could alienate her.
Yeah.
And so that could have been why she was a little bit weary. I don't know that she was, but I just mean she's now at a point in her career where I feel like she probably feels stable enough
Yeah.
to do
And I
things
think,
like this.
yeah, feels stable enough and also probably feels the responsibility, like
Right.
to that when you're a little bit smaller, you can get away with keeping your mouth shut a little more because you can tell yourself that your pull isn't that big or whatever. But at a moment like that, especially at the VMAs, I think like honestly, it reminded me of Miley Cyrus when she hosted and she had her Happy Hippie Foundation
Right.
and did something similar. But
well, it's also just like for the kind of music that she's making, it's important for her to talk about that community, especially like it looks like she was looking at the New York aspect of it, kind of like what Beyonce was looking at for Renaissance, but also just in that whole room. I mean, queer people build up so much of the industry that you kind of have to acknowledge
and
it.
like so much of our inspiration, especially if you're looking at disco and that kind of genre, like so much comes from that community. And you know, to give them their flowers in that way was really, really awesome, especially at a time when I think people are probably more scared to be speaking out about things like this. And it's like, well, that means we need it more now than we ever have. And another thing I thought was really neat about her is Willa, one of the famous drag queens from RuPaul, posted that out of all the performances she's ever done, every person she's ever worked with, Sabrina was the kindest and the only person that ever said, okay, do you guys all like how you look? You like your outfits? Does everybody feel good? And she like genuinely asked that question.
I
like,
love that.
What an important question that is to ask, especially when I look at the scope, like how many people there were. And I wonder if someone would have said, you know, no, and how she would have taken steps to fix that. But I thought that was like a really neat. And I love when people pull back the curtain and show us moments where like, this is a moment none of us would have known about, but to see how it's also the idea of like, we're not just like commodifying this community, you know, it's like, I want them to feel very much a part of this and feel comfortable and happy to be here and like think of this as a really, really positive step forward. So I thought it was really, really neat, really impressive and good for her. I also loved her after party look, and it looks like she turned 54 below, or Studio 50. I said 54 below. Studio 54 into Sabrina 54.
Yeah.
And did she host the after party?
It looked like a after party. I mean, most people were there that I would expect to be at the VMA after party, but I don't know. I didn't see any other pictures, but I thought she looked great. It was there was a Cher Tina Turner performance, and that's the dress that Cher wore.
It's I
well, it's not the exact
that.
dress, but
I preferred that to her
me
red
too. I thought
look.
and also on the carpet, someone tweeted this. Why does she kind of look like him? Meaning Barry. The way that her contour made her face look much squarer than it normally does.
I love the makeup for the red carpet.
It made her look like she had like. I was like, did she get a bunch of work done before this?
Well, she looked different. I also just was like, I liked the red, but I didn't like the lilac boa. And honestly, the boa looked like 3 of those tiny little cheap boas that we used to have in our dress up box. And I was just like, if you're going to do this, I need it to be like a full ass lavish looking feather boa, you know?
Yeah.
So I wasn't crazy about that. What do you think about the trend? Okay. Talking about Doja Cat here and I guess Megan Stalter. This trend with like brands like using red carpet opportunities as like brand deal moments. I don't really think I like it.
I don't mind it for Meg Stalter.
For Meg Stalter, it makes sense. Although I am like, are we gonna do this every single time? Like,
I
it's
know.
Gonna
Well,
get
the
a
thing
little bit
is
much.
that I think that this fell at an interesting time. Diet Coke wasn't an actual sponsorship. So I think that maybe Dunkin' saw that and they were like, oh, this could be an interesting thing.
Well, I'm really talking about Doja Cat eating the lipstick. Did you see this?
No.
Okay. So she's on the red carpet and she looks great. I mean, Doja Cat is so beautiful and she's a fabulous performer.
I know, I thought she was really good.
When was it that she did her like old Broadway style performance? Do you remember that?
But I wonder if Snoop was watching the VMAs. Because
why?
Who opened it with her? Snoop's favorite artist.
Oh, Kenny G. I thought you meant Snoop Dogg, and I was like, where are we going with this?
I did. Our dog. Snoop Dogg is a big Kenny G fan. He loves to sing along to his music.
Snoop Dogg, our dog, not the human being, who is like really bumming me out lately, I have to say.
Yeah.
Lots of things I'm not loving from Snoop Dogg. But anywho. Yeah, I know. I was gonna text you guys and be like, "Is Kenny G?" I actually like immediately looked up to see if my dogs were gonna do anything, and then I realized those aren't the dogs that have the thing for Kenny G. But that was the first time we found out Snoop could sing. I was playing Kenny G when he who shall not be named, Kanye West, filled Kim's house with roses and had Kenny G in the middle playing the saxophone. And I played the video, and Snoop was like, like it was like not a bark, it was like a real sing. And now he does it when I sing. But
it's so
and
cute.
when Kenny G plays the saxophone, it's hilarious. It's like a very specific
digging
thing.
back through your Finsta has been
what a
a gorgeous thing for me.
What a treat. Oh my god. What was I saying? Oh, so Doja Cat is on the carpet and she's got red lipstick and she starts like going around and she's doing a partnership with MAC and she takes a bite of the lipstick, starts eating the lipstick on the red carpet. And I was like, how is this not getting all over her teeth? Well, it was a piece of chocolate. You know that guy, his name's like Amari or something, and he like makes those crazy chocolate creations. He made it to look like a MAC lipstick, and it was fully edible chocolate, and it was all like a part of her MAC campaign. She's the new face of like their red lipstick. And I just like, I don't know what I think about it. I don't love
the carpet a little bit. I think it'll get old quick.
Me too. And I feel like, I don't know. Also, okay, talking about Megan Stalter, her announcing the award, I was like, what's going on? Like, I know this is like your thing, but I felt like she for a minute was like, okay, this is not my audience. They're not getting it. I feel awkward. You know what I mean? And I've never seen her like have that moment.
I loved in the Dunkin' commercial that they actually made though, where she like, did you see it?
No.
So she like is walking backstage in her outfit and she's like, where's the nearest Dunkin'? I need Dunkin'. And she goes and then she and the girl come in the same outfit. And then the guy that let her out the door thinks that the other girl is actually Meg Stalter somehow. I don't know. Anyway, he lets her go. And he's like, who is that? And she goes, Meg Stalter. And he's like, who is she? She goes, she's not for everyone. But the people that like her really like her.
Wait, that's a hilarious commercial.
Like that is true.
That's exactly
she's
what
not
it
for
is.
everyone. And also, by the way, I think mom has like severed. She has like amnesia for Meg Stalter because every time she sees her, she thinks it's a different person. Similarly,
she asked us if it was Lindsay Lohan. And I screenshot and sent to Phoebe. I was like, is this real? Like, first of all,
every award show we have to tell mom who that is, and she watches the show that she's on. But what was I just gonna say? I don't know. Oh, did you see the Ariana Grande fan account tweet that Meg included in her photo dump from the VMAs?
Where they called her Ava Max?
Well, they said apparently that's an Ava Max. I don't know who it is.
They're like pissed off. I don't fucking know who.
They're like, guys, who is this?
If it's not Ava Max, I don't know then. Why are they here? It's probably just one of those
Pisses me
influencers.
Pisses me off.
Oh my god. Okay, next thing I want to say is I'm getting a 12-foot skeleton. Did I tell you this?
Yeah, a couple times.
Did I say it on the pod?
No, but I think you
Then it doesn't count.
It.
Shut up. Then it doesn't count. I posted on my personal close friends, and I said, I want to get a 12-foot skeleton, but they're $300, which is crazy. I was like, I'm not paying that because I want to do something for work that I think could go viral, but I'm not paying $300 to do it. So then I found one on eBay for $50. It should get here Thursday. Pray that all the pieces are there, because if they're all there, you guys, I'm painting it metallic pink, and I'm gonna put it on like the walkway in between my house and the other person's house, you know, as long as little neighbor approves. But won't that be fun?
It will be. I'm excited.
I live on a very busy street, you guys.
You do. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like almost better than the house on that one street in our neighborhood but it's like it's not a busy street, so you don't people. Yeah.
People hate that one.
Oh, Mom likes it.
No, she doesn't.
She told me she does. She likes how they dress it up.
Oh, well, a lot of people don't like it.
Okay,
Some people responded and they were like, why don't you just go take it from this person's yard? Because we can't stand them having it. Literally, not kidding.
Why?
But I don't know. They're like, okay, then why did Mom say to me, Goose, you cannot leave this up year round. This is a Halloween decoration. If she loves theirs so much, then why would she say that to me?
I don't know. It's
why the hell would she say that to me?
Okay, I want to ask a question.
What?
Because now BachelorNation.scoop is posting the reel of Alex Cooper. People are really thinking that she could be the next host.
No fucking way. That just seems like such... you need to tell people what you're talking about.
So Alex Cooper posted something on Monday of her cutting a cake that says season 30. The last Bachelorette season that aired was season 29. And it's her cutting into it. And it's pink icing. And the caption says, change of plans with a rose.
Okay. Obviously, the signs are pointing there. But it just seems like such a step down for Alex. Does it not?
Unless they're paying her like $1 million.
And she's getting her own dating show. Why would she do this? Isn't that like a conflict of interest?
I wonder
Gabby Windy is hosting her new dating show.
I wonder if they're... I don't know. I'm just saying this is what people are saying.
Phoebe,
I think it could be right.
Phoebe spreading
it's not like I'm the only person saying this
Phoebe's
theory.
the only person saying this theory. And we're like, come on. No, this could be it. But don't you agree with me? This seems like a step down for her.
Unless they're paying her a lot of money.
But even so, it also... Sorry, the audience of Bachelor Nation leans a lot more like conservative than I think her audience does. So it would surprise me unless they're trying to go for a whole new look, which it did seem like they were doing with Bachelor in Paradise, but that's Paradise. You know, it's like a different ball game.
I wouldn't
that
be
would
shocked.
be crazy.
You know who's gonna be pissed? You know who's gonna be pissed if that's
the men?
Truth? Nick Vile.
Oh, okay. You know what I noticed today? Not to like air out another podcast, Dirty Laundry, but it's public knowledge. His rating is 3.9.
I think that does happen with so many like really massive podcasts.
Maybe
because they just get so many more ratings.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But like Giggly Squad is like 5 stars. Like they have like, yeah. So I mean, and they have way more ratings than Nick.
Whoa.
Oh, they're like a way bigger podcast than Nick, which is insane.
Then Nick, I need you to stop acting like this.
I need to say something about that. Giggly Squad is falling off, and people are talking about it.
I know. I've seen a couple. I've seen a couple
ads
TikToks.
Are so
not
long.
So much about that.
It's
just
like
the
70%
classic
ads.
I notice that whenever I listen, and I don't listen that much, but I had seen TikToks about the Hannah Burner hate train coming back around to town.
I haven't seen that. I'm mostly talking about like the Reddit threads, but I want to see those. With the Reddit threads, people are like, they're just not relatable anymore, and they're like, I tell the gigglers everything, but they're annoyed with Paige for obviously hiding the relationship that she's in with the man that we thought she was in a relationship with in January, by the way. By the way, I still think she probably cheated. It's fine. I don't care. But like, I do think that probably happened, at least emotionally. Whatever. Like, I don't give a fuck. But like, the way that she acted, like that was so horrific for anybody to be thinking. And now she's like slow launching it, and it's like, we're not stupid. You're posting from the same locations as him. Like he's in like your photos, like we've seen you together holding hands now for like 10 months.
It's not like you're not gonna be able to do a traditional soft launch because you've already lied about it. So
so it's just like, and it, I think part of the issue is that it really goes against her like girl aesthetic, because he was he was engaged.
No, but I've also got to be honest. Like, I know that she goes for that, and I appreciate it, but there is a lot of her that is very pick me guys,
and
girls.
Frankly, more so with Hannah Burner.
We saw it. Oh, for sure. We saw it a lot on the last season of Summer House. I felt like with Paige, like her unwillingness, and I understand like they're older than Lexi and all this stuff, and like. But, like, it's not... I feel this way about the way that they treat Kyle versus the way they treat other people. But I also more so felt that way about the way that they treated Jesse versus Lexi. And it's like, if you guys are like the I hate men people, like, you should be pissed at the way Jesse's treating people.
I totally agree. And at least when you saw how the public was reacting to it, you should have changed your tune and been like, sorry, Jesse, I have to say what the public wants me to say a little bit here, you know?
Jesse would.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that. Wait, let's talk about Dancing with the Stars for a second because it's coming. I want to say it's coming like next week or in 2 weeks.
Yeah, soon.
And I was looking, okay, this is crazy because Kelly and I, the exact same thing happened. We were scrolling through the cast, like partner reveal, and I'm looking at everyone. And first of all, Jen Affleck, how lucky is she that she's with what's his name from the Eras tour?
And is he married?
I don't know. Is he gay?
I don't know. That's up in the air. But I wanted her to be partnered up with someone that would be like, oh my
straight and single.
This is how you could be treated.
I know. Well, someone commented and was like, Zach, like, how are you doing with this? Like, tell us you're being supportive. And he was like, I'm not going to lie. Like, it is really hard, but like, I've never seen Jen happy or doing anything in her life. And I'm so happy for her and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but I kind of thought that he was gay. So maybe I'm wrong. And maybe that is more of an issue. But like, honestly, I'm like, do you think that was a stipulation in who she got paired up with?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
I would not be surprised. So that I thought was interesting. But going through it all, I'm like looking. I'm like, where is Whitney? Like, where is Whitney? Did she get cut from the cast? That's crazy. And then I'm seeing all these TikToks of her like dancing with Mark. And I was like, wait a minute. Like, she must have been in that post. I go back. I fully didn't recognize her to the point that I thought they cut her from the cast or that there was a part 2 of announcements. And so did Kelly.
Oh
we
my
did the
gosh.
exact same thing. First of all, her hair is like bright red.
Yeah, I just saw
and
that.
her face looks completely different to me. Like, she looks.
Was she pregnant at the last reunion?
I don't know if she was pregnant. She was either pregnant or she just had a baby. I mean, she's lost a lot of weight and she looks very strong. Like she looks amazing, honestly. But the picture looks nothing like her.
Crazy. Well, my Dancing with the Stars announcement shock came from.
You're going on finally. My Dancing with the Stars announcement shock.
It shocked the world, and I just want to speak on that for a second. Why is everyone so surprised? You guys have heard that you should see me in a crown.
Phoebe, you guys know she used to lock herself in the playroom and dance with the lights off, and we would never let her know what was up. And I tried to look under the door, but I couldn't. You all know that.
And what was I gonna say? Oh, it was Lauren Jareggi from Fifth Harmony surprise announcement. But what I wanted to say was most interesting to me was we just saw 4 of the 5 Fifth Harmony girls reunite at the Jonas Brothers concert looking exactly. They're not missing a step. And by that, I mean they're missing lots of them and not in sync with each other. But they look like the girls we knew. And that was awesome. I love this. Work From Home is one of my all-time favorite songs.
You ain't gotta go to work.
Oh, it's so good.
Work. You know, Mom's favorite is Reflection.
Yes.
I ain't looking at you. I'm looking at my own
remember
reflection.
the first time I played that song for her, and it got to the chorus, and she laughed.
She laughed
so
out
hard.
loud because she said she was listening. She walked us through it, of course. She was like, I was listening to lyrics and I was like, okay, like, geez, oh man, like talking about her man like this, like it's such an objectifying song. She's going on and on. And then when it said, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about my own reflection, Mom was like, and that's my new theme song. I ain't talking about you, I'm talking about my own reflection. And she would sing it all the time. And
So
she goes, girls,
funny.
when you need a confidence boost, you just play Reflection by Fifth Harmony and you look in the mirror and you sing it to yourself.
You just
And let's bring that back.
You just put your hair up in a messy bun, turn on Reflection by Fifth Harmony, and handle it.
Okay, confession time in 2017. I did buy my friend a mug that said messy bun getting shit done.
Hey, it was of the time. I saw TikTok today romanticizing going to high school from 2015 to 2019. And
I didn't realize that, like, you and I were low-key living in the golden age.
We
What we
really
now deem to
were.
be the golden age. Like, college, me going to college in 2013, hello.
dude.
Hello. Like, okay.
Roses by the Chainsmokers has been on my Spotify.
my God.
Like my repeat. On repeat for the last like.
Smoke a little weed.
Sorry, that song takes me back to the chill in the era of freshman year football season. Like, oh my God.
Never let me go.
That might be one of the best songs ever written. But the real thing
Sorry,
that I
I'm just
wanted
gonna
to
keep
say,
doing it
and I'm
behind
just gonna keep talking over it, is that so Camila made a video after they did that performance of her singing and dancing to Work From Home. It wasn't mean. It was nice. It was her being like, like, this is our song, whatever. And
this wasn't after the zip line, right?
What was the zip line?
When they ripped her her lifeless body off the stage.
Oh, no, this
They were
is
going to be
all
a
happening
foursome?
right now.
Oh, okay.
So they just did that reunion.
Okay.
My
Yes,
mic stand just broke. Sorry. They just did that reunion, and she posted that TikTok, and then on the Dancing with the Cars, Dancing with the Stars.
Mater, my partner's Mater.
That's the show I'm on.
Dancing with the Cars.
Um,
In my Porsche with the quarterback. You have to say Porsche if you're on Dancing with the Cars.
right, perfect. On the carpet for Dancing with the Stars, a reporter said to Lauren, "Did you see this video?" And she goes, "Oh, no. Girls, 1 out of 5 of you has a thriving career right now." I think we need to
let's put thriving in quotes.
No, but I mean, like, she has a Bacardi commercial on TV all the time. Her album was kind of a cult classic. No, Camila Cabello.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the girls that were remaining. Sorry, I'm lost.
No, 1 out of 5 of the Fifth Harmony girls has a career.
Okay, yeah.
And Normani, like, you had your chance, and you kind of fumbled the bag with it.
Oh, but I will never not love the motivation music video. Like,
I know,
that
but
was like,
that's what
you're
I'm saying,
a
though.
star. What
She should have done exactly. That's what I'm saying. And I just think you guys aren't. It's not 2017 when you guys were still a power group releasing music where you can shade Camila because she left and you guys are mad at her.
No, right.
Right now it's like
she
you
can
guys.
She shade you.
It's like, hey, Lauren, you're on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Let's
okay.
let's be a little like.
Stop it.
Sorry,
it.
You know that's
for
where
some people. No, I don't think so. Because Alex Earl's on it this season.
Yeah,
that
but
can't
she's
be
an
true.
influencer. That's not
The
what
Mormon
these girls
wives?
want to be. That's so different.
I guess true.
Like this is where pop stars, when they do the show, it's like indicative of their career. So I'm just like, you don't need to be on the carpet being bitchy about Camila all these years later when you guys are still trying to ride the coattails of that song still. Clearly, you just showed up to the Jonas Brothers concert to sing it.
She was
so
part
it's
of that. She's allowed to talk about it, joke about
saying,
it.
Like the way the One Direction boys, they had their like tiffs, like they had their times where they were fighting with each other, but they've all kind of come around to a way of like, well, Niall's like, I want to appreciate what Harry's doing. They all are like, I want to appreciate the people that are successful, and so that it can all kind of amplify us.
Their beef was a lot more like when they were actually a band. Like you guys like haven't been working together for quite some time, so why? It sort of reminds me of like the Sophia with an F shit with Alex Cooper. You know what I mean?
Yes, and it's but it's also like, Lauren,
okay, we get it.
Is she not allowed to make a TikTok to a song that she sings on?
Right,
like,
I know. Well, that's my point. I'm like, she lays claim to it just as much as you do.
Exactly. And like, I would be a little bit like, oh, you didn't think to call me to like
I
do
thought
this
the same thing.
reunion?
I would be like, what legal action can we take here? Because I laid claim to that song and they sang it without me. No, I totally agree.
I noticed that on the carpet. I was like, I think you guys are miscalculating the situation.
Well, that might be valid, Phoebe. That just might be valid. Wait, a couple things. Number one, they just announced the Love Island Games cast. And couple standouts. We got Andrina. Fucking Chris is there.
I know, I'm pissed.
Oh, you saw it. Kendall. And what's her name? What's her fucking name?
The girl from the Rob thing.
From the Rob thing. It starts with an A. Andrea. Okay, so I'm sad. I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, Chris almost made me not want to watch, but
I predict her and Chris quickly.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
I'm like, oh wait, Chris, I thought you had to get back overseas to play ball.
I know. Looks like you're more free than we thought, huh? Or did they watch you doing this and they were like, you know what, we're good. Pass on that. Next week, just so you guys know, Salt Lake is back. So
everybody's clock in and sit down.
Same with Love Island Games. So we're gonna be busy. Okay, we're wrapping up Big Brother, but like things are just beginning. The fall gamut starts now. So lock in. Okay, let's talk about Big Brother. So like, okay, Phoebe, do you want to like walk everyone through like what happened, just in case people aren't, because I imagine if you're not locked in online somewhere, you might have
might not even know.
You might not know.
One of the people that watched the Steelers game with me watches Big Brother, and I was like, did you see what happened? And he was like, no, I don't really like, he's more of a casual. And
even this has even trickled over to some casuals, because I've seen the Facebook comments are also
they're
like,
not even
nasty.
Some of them are not happy either.
I know, but Phoebe, walk us through it for the people who don't know. Spoilers, you guys, but not really once the time you've heard this.
I was sitting in an AMC recliner.
Let me set the time and place, okay?
I was seeing Hamilton, and
Nothing could dampen her mood.
I was on top.
She's
of
a
the
big
world.
Hamilton fan.
And I knew Caroline was in the hospital, and then like there was an intermission at Hamilton, which by the
Surprised
way,
that you could even go to Hamilton when you knew I was in the hospital.
Well, no, I didn't
can't
find out
believe you.
until I was there.
Oh, okay. Did mom text you guys separately and tell you all to text me?
Well, Anthony texted me to tell me that you were in the hospital, and that's when I texted you like, "Are you okay?" And then mom was like, "Text Caroline and tell her you love her."
It is like so funny because I still to this day I can't make the call until I'm like in a hospital bed and know something's wrong. I'm like, I'm not fucking calling mom and telling her. I'm not telling the family.
And so
Nothing.
There was an intermission at Hamilton, which I think was around when live feeds started, but there had already been rumors online. So basically Thursday night eviction happens, and we find out that there's going to be this twist that we were all kind of assuming would be maybe a pressure cooker kind of like janky world. It's a little late in the season, I think, to do something like a split house, but that's kind of what we were expecting. And Julie said a surprise elimination, which is like, okay, maybe there's just going to be like a quicker eviction in this kind of twist of the game.
Yeah.
But it's still going to follow the traditional format that makes this show
Right.
this show. And I'm going to speak in a way that like opinions that I've developed via other opinions I've found. I've only watched 2 seasons of the show, so I don't.
Yeah, it's okay.
But I've come to feel passionate about this as I've grown to understand the stakes of what's happening here.
Yeah.
And so the rumor was like I guess there are these people that get more access to what's going on than are allowed to tweet certain things that come out, and people that live feed watchers and people on Twitter see, and they were like,
yeah, there are people with
if what I just heard is true, like this is going to be catastrophic for the season. And so people were predicting that it meant that potentially Rachel Reilly,
one of the best seasons they've had. I mean, I know you've only been watching it for 2 seasons,
but it's
I've
also
only been watching it
because
for
of
like
Rachel.
4.
Every storyline that they have,
and
leads
everyone
back
knows
to
that.
Rachel.
Everyone knows that. It's not like it's some big secret where it's like, oh,
even
what?
the people that don't like
you
her,
know?
it's like you want to see, if you're rooting for the Keanu, it's like, but you can only root for Keanu if there's someone to root against.
Exactly.
And right now there's not, because we've find out. I log on to Twitter at intermission, which by the way, more movies need to do. That is the best thing ever.
An intermission.
And I was worried they weren't going to do one. We were going to go straight through, and I was going to be like,
that would have been tough.
Oh my god. And I see on Twitter that Rachel has left.
So the twist is like
I don't quite know why yet at this time. And I text Caroline and I say, Caroline, I really don't mean to make matters worse.
And she did. Oh, she did.
But did you see?
Oh my god, you guys. Thank God. All I can say is thank God I was on drugs. Because I don't know what I would have freaking done. They come in, they're like, ma'am, it's like red alert. My shit starts beeping like crazy. They're like, what's going on? I'm like, look at this text I got. No, but so guys, the twist was like a play on White Lotus. It was called the White Locust,
which Mike
Resort.
White's pissed about, by the way.
Oh, I bet he is. I was like, did they get that cleared? Like, what the fuck? It is like an Easter egg for Mike White, who loves a game show, but like this isn't the game show he loves. So what are you thinking? I didn't see he tweeted. What did he say?
Well, he was just like, don't invoke this name if you're going to do something like this.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, it's sacrilegious. So so the feeds were like down for this White Locust thing. Like we didn't know what was happening in there.
And they didn't tell us
like
until
2
like the
days,
middle of
right?
the day that they weren't going to come. Well, it was like after. They're normally down for the HOH, like after the Thursday
because it went like all
episode.
night long. Like the HOH
and I was like,
competition
okay,
was
maybe
like
it was
hours
just like
long.
a really long one.
Yeah,
and then
it was, and then they were sleeping.
Up, and still no feeds, still the animals. It wasn't even like we'll be right back. And then they posted in the middle of the day, feeds will be back up at, I think it was midnight.
I wonder if they were
Pacific
Here's
time.
what I think was happening. So there was a challenge, and basically like it was like a chain sort of challenge. We don't know yet, but it was sort of a chain. And by the way, we're gonna find out I think tonight. So
it was like that reindeer game. Challenge.
Yeah, but the idea is like every person had to pick somebody else like to save to be the next in line. And crazy things like Vince didn't choose Morgan, and Morgan is still crying about it. She's still in the house crying about it.
But she can't wait to meet Kelsey, guys.
Right, and Kelsey's hands can't wait to meet Morgan. And I don't remember if like somebody allegedly somewhere along the way Rachel tugged on Ava a way that Ava didn't like, and now Ava can't stop calling her a in the house, which is really
Wait.
losing her favor as AFP, because I do
Yeah,
think she
girl.
had a chance until all this psychosis.
It's Will's game.
But
Well, I mean,
well, it's
also
Rachel's
Rachel.
game. I think
Yeah.
Rachel, now there's no doubt in my mind Rachel's winning because of the way that everyone's like, get her back on this fucking show, fix this. But I think, and we're going to see how much the game dulls down without her there. And we're going to be like, wait, I missed those days. Okay, she really was our favorite player. But the thing is, there was no like eviction ceremony. There was no voting. It was just like whoever got eliminated in this game was just gone. And it happened to be Rachel. And I wonder if production was not expecting that, because she's typically good at endurance challenges. I don't know what kind of challenge it was yet, but
It was a hamster wheel. So you basically got in a hamster wheel and there was a maze with a ball in it, and you had a certain amount of time to get the ball where it needed to go.
okay.
And then the time got shorter each time.
Okay.
So then as you picked, time got down and down and down, and you had less time to complete the maze.
Okay.
It's literally, they posted a reel of it, this exact challenge
right.
that it
Okay.
was on
I need to check it out.
on Reindeer Games.
So
Which I
she
think
gets
this
eliminated.
might have been where the drama came from with Danielle and Brittany.
Oh,
this challenge,
maybe.
potentially.
I need to look into that. So she gets eliminated and sent straight to the jury house. But that's the other thing. It's like, oh my God, she's gonna be the first
Straight to
person in
jury?
jury house like this. Like, she'd rather just go home, start jury at the eviction next week. Like, oh my God, like this is actually like nasty of you to do to her, and this is probably not
Yeah.
what she fucking signed up for. And apparently she like went scorched earth. So I'm sure whatever.
Oh,
But
I
I
hope.
wonder if producers didn't put feeds back up because everybody was talking about Rachel not being there, and producers were like, fuck, we didn't think she was going to go home. Now that she did, we're like, how do we fix this? Are people going to be so mad? We don't even want to show them because everyone's talking about it in the house.
Well, they should
And obviously
be
that's
mad.
exactly what happened. Everyone's furious about it. People are tweeting things like trying to get her back on the show, but then like people like Dan Giesling, like he went and deleted his tweet, and people think maybe he deleted it because production was like, look, we're fixing it, dude. Like, can you just fucking stop? And so they deleted the White Locust post from their Instagram because the comments were so crazy. So I'm like, a lot of people are hypothesizing that maybe
Maybe she's the
Rachel, because the gym
mastermind.
is closed off. No one can go in the gym.
But I do think it reopened. And
Oh, okay.
Or we saw
Okay.
like there was either like it's either reopened or it was like a brief accidental clip of it and it was just empty.
Okay. If closed, people were thinking they had Rachel hold up in there and that she was able to like HOH style watch everybody in the house and be the mastermind. I think if they're smart, they will do something like that. If they're really smart, they'll recreate the I'm back
Battle
bitches
back.
moment and have her come back in.
Because here's the thing, they still
done it
can do
before.
it, but they also can do it in a way where I don't even think she needs a battle back because she wasn't traditional. It didn't happen in the way.
Yeah.
It's not. That's not the
Exactly.
game. Like that's why people are so
I know.
angry. And like there were a couple tweets. I think Danielle tweeted at one point like if this was Kelly, people wouldn't be mad. And I don't
Tons of
think the
former players
uproar-
are furious.
I don't think the uproar would be quite the same because Kelly's not a fan favorite in the way that Rachel is. But I do think people would still take issue with how it happened.
Yeah.
And because and that's what everybody on feeds, they've had to cut feeds so much because of how much these house guests are talking about production, because they're like, I didn't sign up for the challenge.
Well, that's what Vince was saying. Vince
they're
is
like,
like,
the social
I'm
game
not
is
in
gone.
a game. Yeah, the social game has to matter. If it doesn't matter, then like I'm not playing Big Brother. Like that's the whole point. No one's supposed to be able to just like get evicted like that on a competition in this way. And I just think
I think maybe
don't
part
know.
of Ava's behavior is coming from I bet you she's someone who doesn't like to be told she's wrong or like that
She
something's her
doesn't.
fault. So I think
we've seen her snap a few times. Like I think she has very specific buttons that when they get pushed.
But I also think she's trying to set this narrative of like she's realizing how upset people are even just in the house
Yeah.
of like Rachel being gone, and she
Yeah.
feels responsible for it. So she's trying to put out this narrative of like she shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
She
And I
shouldn't
think she
have-
feels a little bit like it was her or me. And it was like if they're sad that she's not here, then they wanted me to be gone. And there's that. And
It's
also
like, but
like,
Ava, you were already safe.
Ava continuously feels like she needs to like prove her, like, yeah, don't fuck with me, like don't mess with me, like I'll snap
You
on
had
you, I'll
your
come
moment,
for you.
Ava. Like, it's
and it's
fine.
like, okay, like you did your Keanu thing in the game, like, but she often will be like, don't come for me. And it's like, well, I'm not really scared of you. Like,
No.
you're not really a scary player. Like, I don't know.
But it's just,
I don't
mean,
know.
I just don't understand how production was even willing to take the risk
I
of
know.
losing someone who would. I mean, the story was just exceptional. She has not
I
touched the
know.
block
I
one
know.
time.
And it's just
one
like
time.
And now, even if she's back in the game, like it's just such a
They
shame
fucked it
because
up.
it's just downplayed her success so much. Like now, this is gonna be this black cloud over however well she could have done this season. And if she does win, people are gonna blame it on this. Like there's no way that she comes back and people view it as a fair game if she wins or loses. Like, you know, and in a way, I'm like, if I'm Rachel and they're like, okay, you can come back, you can battle back in, or you can stay out. I'm like, I'm staying out because right now I'm leaving in a blaze of glory. People are devastated. I'm gone. I had an amazing run. If I try to battle back and I lose and I don't get in, then I like have to deal with that. And I don't really want to. I think tonight, depending on what they because tonight's like a special episode. Depending on what we get tonight, if we don't hear from Rachel tomorrow, I believe she's coming back. Okay, well, that's that. Should we get into rotations?
Sure.
I've been really excited to do this. First up on my dream rotation, you guys, is Mr. Fantasy. Have you seen? Have you heard? Oh, I'm so glad you haven't because I almost sent this video to you over the week and I said, no, Caroline, exercise patience and the chance that she'll find this on her own and show her live on pod so that you can watch the reaction. My phone is dead. I need you to look up Mr. Fantasy on TikTok.
Guys, if
right
this couldn't be more on brand.
Mr. Fantasy on TikTok, okay? And I want you to just click on one of his videos and just watch it and just give me like your first thoughts, okay?
Oh, I have seen this. KJ Appa.
Yes! Oh, damn. I was really hoping you hadn't.
That would be crazy if I didn't know it was him.
I know. I was hoping I'd get to like have the big reveal where I told you it was KJ Appa. Why is the song low-key good?
It is. It is good. I didn't realize that that was his name.
It's so funny, you guys. Okay, so KJ Appa is like cosplaying as some British guy with like a coconut head style bob and horrible gnarly teeth. And of course is ripped. And he's like walking around like very public spaces like as Mr. Fantasy, recording hilarious videos, like improv skills through the freaking roof. And I have to say, I've been following him and his TikTok antics for years. Were you on his TikTok during Riverdale? He would post insane,
like on it, but
he would post like, well, I thought he was like so hot, and I still do. He would post these insane dancing videos where he would like Lily Reinhart would be like sitting in the back, and he would just start doing like the like kind of the way like Anthony fucking dances, like the crazy like to make you laugh dances, and she's just back there like. She's like, and she's like you can tell he just set it down and started doing it and said nothing to her, and she like wasn't sure what he was doing. I have to find it. But so he's now brought this personality into music and he's like making music. I can't really tell if he's serious about the music or not, but the videos are so funny. There's like an insane music video he made with like great production quality. But it's like, I can be your Mr. Fantasy. It's so funny. And his speaking videos crack me up. Go watch one. Put it in the mic and go watch one of his speaking ones. Because I don't think you think it's as funny as me. And I think that's a problem.
Hello. I've come on here early in the morning to let you know I've made a TikTok. Go onto it, follow it. It's Mr. Fantasy 00. And I don't have many followers, so go tell all your friends and stuff. That's good. And I've met John from Craigslist, who's going to help me film all the film stuff that I have to do. And basically he's going to help me film my new music video debut single. And I'm excited. If you can't tell. So that's going to be good. I'm going to go now and follow my TikTok.
I'm sorry, it's so funny.
He does not do it for me. I'm so sorry.
You don't think it's hilarious? Think of KJ Appa sitting there doing that?
That is funny, but I don't find that funny.
Well, I guess I can't look at it without thinking of it being KJ Appa.
It makes me, I don't like it very much at all.
Okay, like whatever. You're not cool enough for it. You don't get it. It's art. It's high art. You're not getting it. I understand.
Right.
All right. Next up is, oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so you know how I was talking about my amazing like wedding painting that was done for me as a wedding gift, and I was obsessed. This amazing artiste has launched an online shop where she sells like paper goods. So if you're into like stationery or junk journaling, or like, you know, like it's kind of like Bando vibes, like their planners that I always buy every year. Anyway, it's called Sincerely Bitter. We're going to put it on our Instagram, but go follow her, go send in an order. She's got like adorable little sticky notes, and everything's just like so cute. I literally got like a journal, a planner, 2 pads of sticky notes. I'm obsessed. Anything like fun paper good kind of sassy thing is so fun. And she's a family friend. So we want you guys to go. That's number 2 on my dream blunt rotation. I want you to go check it out. You will love it. Sincerely Bitter. So cute, right?
I love it.
And she's so talented. And then if you love that stuff, then maybe you'll be like, oh my God, wait, she does wedding portraits as well. And then you'll get to like her other stuff and you'll see those, and then you could commission her. I don't know. I'm just saying the girl is a multi-talent. So check her out. And then third on my dream rotation is the team of female doctors that I got to meet with at the hospital. And reasons I'll say this: number 1, they just are more sensible and smarter. Sorry. But number 2, like, it's really hard, especially when you're alone, to advocate for yourself, right? And in a medical environment too, because you don't fucking know. It's like when you go to the car shop. It's like, you can tell me whatever you want. I'm just going to have to believe you. And that's sort of how it feels when I'm at the doctor. And like, we just had some very candid conversations where I felt like my overall health was really being like looked out for, especially given just like things that women have to deal with that men don't even fucking think about. And some things these doctors talked to me about that I just was like, I just appreciated their consideration for things that I wasn't necessarily there to talk about, but that they realized might be relevant or worth talking about. And in a very sort of like, this is the world we live in. And let me tell you, without getting too into detail, it's a dystopian fucking world we live in. Okay. I just want you to know that. It was like a frightening conversation, but it was also like, wow, I really appreciate a doctor taking the time to talk to me like a real person about something like this that affects women everywhere, because men certainly weren't going to, like, it was never going to come up. And I just appreciated it. And I appreciated the like attention to detail and to my personal situation that they gave. And so that's a vague way of saying female doctors. I know I was talking shit on doctors in the beginning of the episode. You know, I didn't mean that. I've gone to the hospital twice in a month. You know, I didn't mean that. But I just prefer a female team. And so they literally were like, hey, we don't have any female urologists here. And like, we don't think you should go to a male one. So we're going to refer you to like this female at another practice. And we don't care if it's here because we think it'll be better for you to go to a female. It's little things like that. Like, yeah, thank you. Of course, if you're going to be looking somewhere where it's private, I want a girl doing it. Sorry. It was just nice. Like, no one ever even thought to say that to me the last time. And little things like that make a really big difference. So that's last on my dream rotation. All right, you're up. Nightmare, bitch.
First is it's a man-hating day.
Okay, cool.
When I went to go see Hamilton, the trailers were blurry and very small. And
were you so nervous? That's how the whole show was gonna be.
But I'm not one to. It was like,
of course.
It was like doable. Like it was like it wasn't. I'll just see it again if it's really that terrible. I get
Phoebe
my free tickets, but
we're not like easygoing. But like in the movies, we're easygoing. We're just like whatever, like go with the flow. Like it could be a black screen for the whole 2 hours I paid for a ticket. I'll sit. Literally. You won't hear a word from me. I'll be like, all right, quiet room. You know what I mean? So
and it's also like when I walked in, I could tell that like there were people in here that were gonna take care of it. So
okay, that's the best. I'm like, any Karens in the room? Hey, not derogatory. Any Karens in the room? You can speak up. In this one moment, you can speak up. How about that girl at the Phillies game, by the way?
I was thinking of. I'll put her on my rotation too.
Okay, cool.
But so they go and tell the people, I guess, and I'm sitting in the back row where the access door is to the projection room. So this man comes up, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna fix it, and he like just makes it.
Men,
bigger.
what? Always fix it.
Right. He just like makes it bigger, and then he leaves.
I mean, it's
he looks at it. He sees that it's blurry. Like I know, because he like stood out there and he looked at it to like make sure that it was big enough. But I'm like, I know they told you it was blurry too.
He goes, you guys need to get your eyes checked. Walks out.
But I think that they thought. Imagine. I had that thought at one point. I was like,
is it me? Hey, is it just me? Are my lesions? Oh my god, my lesions. Okay, you just had to steal the show. From
I was
me.
like, I wonder if the woman thought maybe because of how small the picture is, that's why it was blurry and shaky.
Oh.
And that didn't fix it. Someone else goes up. And this is like while the they had like a 10-minute intro video of the whole original cast talking about what it was like to work, like the story of how Hamilton happened, like going all the way back to when he performed at the White House dinner, like just him and Alex Lacamoire. And the guy comes back up and he like wipes his hand in front of the thing, leaves.
He's like, uses his bare hand to just clean off the lens.
No, it's like greasy too. It's like blurry and greasy.
And then he just uses his bare hand.
He picks up the projector and like turns it to him. And then someone gets up again because now we're at like my shot is about to start and it's still blurry.
Yeah.
And high school girl comes up.
And you're
she
like,
fixed it in like 10 seconds.
how old was the man?
He was like the manager of AMC for sure.
So
he was like old and bald.
How old was he? Okay.
Old and bald.
Okay.
Not like so, he was maybe like in his 50s.
Regardless, not a tech savvy man. Sorry, it's the year 2025.
But it's also like if you're the manager of
A movie theater.
the American Movie Company.
Yeah. You have a very important job, sir.
Especially, okay, this is one thing that I have, like my gripe, and I can say this as an investor of the company.
Right.
AMC, if you're going to play an ad before every movie that says we make movies better, I'm going to need you to start making movies better.
Yeah, what's making them better? I want a list of the things you've done personally to make movies better. Yeah.
This theater, I want to hear it. So anyway, that. Next is the woman at the Phillies game. I just think the rule is always if it ends up in the glove of a kid, you leave it. First of all, there are plenty of courtesy rules of like, if you don't catch it, it's fair game for anyone. The first person but that guy, as far as what I could see, he got it fair and square, and it's not like he was getting it for himself. No, he got it for his son.
I'm like, okay, maybe in the first moment she thought that he was getting it for himself, and then I could see her. I still couldn't see her like chasing him down because it's 2025. Who was not scared of men? You know what I mean? But like, I was like, I could see her initial reaction, be like, "Are you fucking kidding?" You know what I mean? But then as soon as you see it goes to a kid and you're chasing him down the aisle now, and you can see clear as day who's holding the fucking ball, not it's a little kid, and you're going to cause this scene in front of the kid. I saw people criticizing the dad, saying he gave it up too easy. But honestly, you know what? People are crazy. You don't know. Like
that, number one. The dad also said, I wanted that to be a teachable moment to my kid of like, you're not going to escalate something like this. Like you just have to. And the kid was asked about it, and he said, you know what? I just hope that ball really meant a lot to her.
Wow.
And it's
good
like,
for him.
But also that's like he said it in a sweet way, not like a
totally.
But like, I think, so they were talking about this on the news, and someone was like,
crazy. Someone was like, her entire life is about to change and she has no idea.
Well, we still don't have her name.
Well, but I mean, she's got a distinctive look.
The fact that we still don't have a name is crazy.
Yeah, true.
But anyway, they were talking about it on the news, and they were just like, how did we lose decorum like this? Like, why does everybody act so crazy and entitled to all these experiences? Like, it's then I saw this video on TikTok. I reposted it. It's just like this montage of all these feel good moments that like I just don't understand how in the moment you're not thinking like how this is gonna look. There are cameras everywhere, but like we see these sweet videos of like, one of my favorite videos ever of a baseball being caught was like an older kid caught it and like gave it to a little girl a couple rows in front of him, and then she caught a ball later and gave the ball to him. And it's like all these, and also I love the videos where kids give them to each other. Like they might catch one, but then they see another kid really wants it and they'll give it to them. And it's just like, what? First of all, to that woman, what example are you setting for the people you were with? And then apparently,
who cares?
This is the craziest part. Apparently, so I think it was the Marlins. It was a Phillies Marlins game. I think the Marlins team came up and brought him like a big gift bag, and then he got to go back and like
to meet everyone. He got a signed
but the woman in the
bat.
back, I haven't seen the actual footage yet, but people were saying that she was like throwing a fit about that too.
You are kidding me.
And like flipping them off. We do have a picture of her flipping them off in their direction.
No, it's how
and she didn't even look drunk. Like it wasn't even like she was like an inebriated like person doing that in that way that you might expect. It was like she knew exactly what she was doing, and she felt good about it in the moment.
I would never show my face again. Like I would never show my face again. I mean, I would never act like that, so I wouldn't be in that situation. But I can't imagine. And I'm like, seeing it from every different angle. Also, it's like, girl, it is 2025. Like, how many times do I have to say that? Everyone's got their phone out. Everyone is watching
not
you.
a lesson to everybody?
You cannot be acting like this. Like, you cannot just act however you want. And I do feel like because of COVID and so much time spent being like, I have to protect myself and being in my bubble, like I'm staying over here. I'm not dealing with people in the public the way I was. And people also got really used to a certain kind of special treatment that came with COVID, like door-to-door service and just different things where like people became very entitled and forgot that wasn't the norm. You know, our new normal wasn't the norm. And they also just lost a lot of the like niceties and being friendly and the ability to talk to people in a normal fucking way and behave in a normal way. Like, I feel like we're going to study years from yes, we are going to study years from now the impact of like what that shelter in place really did to people. And again, this woman could have been a total fucking bitch from the moment she was born, and I suspect she was, but like, I think for a lot of people, especially young people, like that crucial time you get where you're learning how to like interact with other humans in a kind way, they lost it and now they fucking can't. And it's like
terrible.
scary. We need like reform school for 20-year-olds. Like, it's bonkers. Not that this woman was that, but and then the other thing is there are some miserable fucking people in the world. And like, I'm sorry, you deserve everything you get. Like, if people are nasty to you, you deserve that. You are obviously, it was so normal and it was so knee-jerk reaction for her to do that you know she is like a fun sucker. You can just tell in her life.
And it was a relatively long interaction. So it's like,
I'm like,
at
how
no
long?
point,
When are you gonna sober up? I know she wasn't drunk, but sober up and realize like, oh my God, I look like
what
an
am I
idiot
doing?
right now. I am on the Megatron. They're looking at me like, finger in this man's face, looking at this kid. I was just like, what are you thinking? Crazy. Speaking of the Coldplay thing, the woman just filed for divorce from her husband.
The guy's still trying to sue Coldplay.
He is, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And that is so classic. For God forbid a man take accountability. Jesus
Yeah, exactly.
Christ.
Well, it's like this is in the same realm of this. Did you see the video from the tennis match where a tennis player goes over to this kid and gives a kid this hat? And it was a CEO, and the CEO emailed his company and said the lesson to be learned is like, if he was faster, he would have the hat.
I know, he tweeted it too. He tweeted that.
But he emailed that first internally to his company, and not one person was like, hey, maybe don't say that.
It's a fucking kid. It's a kid. And guess what? It wasn't a matter of who could snatch it first. It was being given to him, not to you, you fucking weirdo. And I'm sorry, if you're someone who's getting that worked up over getting a ball at a sporting event, you have other issues. Like, that's weird. Sorry, if you're an adult and that's like what is happening to you internally when this you're a weirdo. You're fucking weird. And honestly, it's such a lapse of judgment. His company should be like, step down. Sorry. Like, that is such a lapse of judgment. That's something that dad has really taught me. Like, you can't, like, judgment is everything, whether it's in real life, at work, whatever. Like, if you are demonstrating that you're the kind of person who can make certain decisions, do certain things, then like your judgment is everything. And if you don't have it, I'm sorry. How can we trust you to be the CEO of a fucking company, you piece of shit? Sorry. I hate it. This is
last is it was gonna be Big Brother production, but it's actually Ava. I'm pretty pissed at her.
And what a fall from grace.
Really, truly. I knew it from the start.
No, you knew. You had eyes on her. You said, I don't fuck with her. And then she won you over a little bit. Maybe it was the outside noise getting to you. And now you're like, see, look, I was right. And that is a lesson we teach at the Caroline Connell School at Connell University. There's a Phoebe Connell School and the Caroline Connell School. Of course, we come together for certain subjects, but for this one, it's stick your fucking feet in the sand and don't move. That's me. Because guess what? If your gut is right, it'll always be right. I've nailed down so many people before and been like, they're a bad egg, and everyone's like, no. And then guess what? That's what
happened here.
Eventually, everyone will find out you're actually a bad fucking egg. My picker isn't wrong. And people are like, oh, Caroline, like, your gaydar sucked in high school. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I was choosing the gay men to date, okay? Safe,
Right.
funny, and love me. Like, what was not to love there? Hello?
For sure, Caroline.
Okay, stop it. I maintain that I did know some of them are gay. I just just didn't care. In fact, that's why I liked them. uh, anyway, well, this was a fun episode, guys. Tune in this weekend. We, believe, have another podcast coming this weekend. And we are doing our very first Punch Bowl, like official Punch Bowl on streaming tomorrow on Thursday in place of our episode recap. Next week, we'll be back to our episode recap. So get season 7, episode 18, which is fucking crazy to say. But we have an awesome Punch Bowl plan for you guys tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for lots of Pretty Little Liars chat and world building and all of that good stuff. If you are interested in the ghost tours, please, please, please get some tickets. Come out. It would be so fun to hang out and get to meet some of you guys. I know we've got some Road Warriors coming to the October 4th ghost tour, which is the one that Phoebe will definitely be at. So, and like the whole cast of characters, Anthony, Kelly, it's a good one to come to. So that would be really fun. But they do start next Friday, September 19th. I will be there. They're really fun. Would love to see you. Link in bio. And if you missed it, we got a nice little Hunting Wives moment at the VMAs that we didn't quite talk about. Someone tweeted about Brittany Snow and said, Brittany Snow looks 1. That is exactly right. She looks so
I
good.
texted Caroline and I said the concept of the Hunting Wives leading couple introducing Ordinary by Alex Warren.
It's just a fever dream. We did do the pilot for Hunting Wives, which is also what I watched in the hospital, you guys. And
Which this is good fodder for the podcast. So let's
okay,
keep
you're
on our
right.
toes.
Phoebe's like, shut the fuck up, Caroline. Yeah, but can you make a note that I want to talk about that, and I also want to talk about the catfish unknown number stalking thing. So if you guys are privy to either of those things, the podcast this weekend is going to be where it's at. First tier. All right, guys, we love you so much. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next week. And splat.